on here, he'd always say to me, if I can teach you to fight, you're not gonna need me anymore. He'd always say that over and over. And what I'm gonna talk to you for the rest of the day is, and I'll be as brief as I can, is how fighters think, okay? Most of you guys, you've heard of some of these things up on the board. Faith, authenticity, attitude, courage, evolution, purpose, all these things, right? You learn them in school, you learn them on, you might go to the, to the church, all these things, you learn them, but everybody teaches you to practice them in kind of a, like an enclosed environment, a safe environment. But nobody really talks about these things, what I call the opponents. And what I love about boxing, and I'm actually urging all of you to get out there and try boxing. That's what this is all about. What I love about boxing is only boxing, it's one of the few sports, it forces you to acknowledge the opponent and change what you're doing based on the opponent. That's what real fighters do. Boxers just pop, pop, pop. They're just throwing punches, right? But a fighter, he's like, what is this man doing first before let me see if I can fade him and see what he's doing. That's what a boxer does. Based on what I see he's doing, identifying the opponent, I'm gonna decide what virtue to use, what punch to use, what strategy to use. Based on that strategy, I'm gonna decide what are my actions, strategic, tactics, etc. You know what I mean? Only boxing forces you to say there is an opponent at all times, and sometimes that opponent is me. So here's a quick glimpse. That's Archie Moore, for those of you who don't know, and you don't need to know what that is. This is how fighters think, all right? Boxers, like once again, identify the opponent, identify the strategy, go out there and win the fight. Fighters have to do this in boxing matches sometimes. Fighters have to do this in life every day. And so what I've done for you on this side is a quick snapshot, and don't write it down, don't write it down. You can buy it, you can get it in my book, okay? I'm joking, I don't have a book. Don't most people have books? What I've done for you is I've identified to me what are the most important fights for you to be able to get through in life if you wanna win and solve your problems. So to give you an example of how this applies, so this is how I started Everybody Fights. And they told me, come here and talk about how you turn a family legacy into so on and so forth. This is how I did it. So after about 16 fights, I come to Boston, and I'm getting ready to hang out with my friend from boarding school. He had opened a bunch of businesses, and he was like, yo, and this is like the 10th business idea he had come to me with. He's a serial entrepreneur. You should open a boxing gym in Boston. I was like, I didn't know there was a way to make a living doing that. Remember, I came from a nonprofit. I said, okay, so I put my boots on, and I ran all the way around town doing my road work, and I stepped my foot in literally every gym I could find on Google, and I saw that there was this opportunity. The old school boxing gyms, sweaty, stinky, kind of what some of us grew up with, were charging $130 a month, $140. The new school, ultra luxury, nicest gyms in the city were charging $156. I said, what if I charge $130 and give Equinox-like amenities, where it matters? Could I break even? So I said, you know what? I literally was here with a carry-on suitcase, and I said, I'm gonna do this. It's a bad idea, I can tell you that right now. But I said, I'm gonna do this, and I thought it was gonna take 6 months. And if any of you have ever tried to open a business in Boston in 6 months, you know that it's impossible. But I didn't know that. 6 months turned into 7 months, 8 months, 9 months, 10 months, 11 months, 12, 13, 14. It took 2 years to get it done. I put down my boxing career, and something funny happened to this spoiled kid. I went broke. Man, what am I gonna do now? And, everything in my body told me, you know what, you gotta go get I should have maybe gone and got a business degree. Go back home and lay on your dad's couch and get fat again. I had all these options, but I said, you know what, I'm gonna stay here and fight. So I pushed forward 95 pitches to raise money for the gym. No. Kept pushing. By the end of it, I was actually sleeping on the gym floor. And if you've ever been to my gym, there's a juice bar, and there's no windows by the door, so I close the door, get on the yoga mat, and sleep there at night, and then wake up and, brush my teeth and sell memberships, act like everything was all good. And then finally, my best friend was like, yo, man, come on and sleep on my couch. Cut that out. And it was a really nice couch. So the point is, this is not a rags to riches, riches to rags to riches story. Don't cry for me. I love that couch. The point is, I still sleep on it sometimes. The point is, and I didn't have to pay rent. The point is, it was that breakdown that my father put me through. I hate to give him credit. In training me like a boxer, that gave me the attitude, the reflex to feel fear, acknowledge fear. I'm scared, but I'm choosing faith. I'm acknowledging that. That's how I know to use faith. The fact that some people call optimism. The fact that I feel fear lets me know I need optimism right now, and my actions are not gonna violate this idea of it's gonna work out. Not fear-based decision-making, faith-based decision-making. In boxing, remember this term, guys, write this one down. Fight your fight. Don't fight fear's fight, fight faith's fight. Acknowledge it, choose your action. And I would encourage you, are any of you guys entrepreneurs in the crowd? All right, good. I'm in a safe place. There's gonna come a point, some of you are already successful, where you're supposed to quit. You're actually supposed to quit. Like if you mapped it out and put it in a business plan and the time and if you did, you're probably supposed to quit, pack it up and do something else. You're supposed to. But you gotta push past that. You're supposed to quit, but you gotta say, maybe I'm gonna adapt, maybe I'm gonna swivel, but I'm gonna move forward, with the idea that this is gonna work out. And so after opening Everybody Fights, we opened successfully, 600 members, cash flow positive. We've opened 5 or 6 gyms now, 7 soon to this day. I decided it would be my life's work to help people like yourselves unleash their inner fighter. Because these fights are going on every day inside you.